everybody, and welcome to Stories from the Other Side. So today I'm going to talk about a clearing I did at a farmer's market. So the building was very, very old. It was built in the early 1900s, maybe like 1904, 1905. And so there was a lot of kind of mixed energy in this place. But there's one discarnate being in particular that I really want to focus on. So I went through all the different levels, and the energy was mixed depending on where you went in there. There were 2 portals in the basement and a few discarnate beings. Nothing really super duper negative. Anyway, cleared that. But other than that, the only other being I would see that was upstairs, that was not in the basement, was this woman. Now, this woman was like so strict. She was a micromanager. She was very racist, very critical, like really, really hard to be around. And she made it very clear that she was in charge of that building. And when I was clearing it, she was following me around. She wasn't very happy. But eventually she did leave. But I'll tell you where she went. But before that, I'll tell you kind of her backstory. So this building was used, it was, I think, a denim factory at one point. Over the years, it's been many different things. But in the early 1900s, it was a very busy, busy place. And her husband was in charge of that building, or in charge of the people in that building. He was extremely obese. Now, I want to say this is the early 1900s. He was extremely obese, and so he was having a lot of health problems due to the obesity. So she said to him, honey, don't worry about it. I can, because he was a little stressed out. He couldn't go to work. And so she's like, I'll go take care of it. Now, women in that time, of course, we know, there weren't very many women who were in charge then. But she had this opportunity to be in charge. And she loved it. And, she was very good at organizing, but at the same time, she did abuse her power. So there weren't immigrants working there. She was very racist with them. She caused a lot of separation. She was always angry. Nobody was good enough. She really had this very strong illusion of separation. And that's what got her stuck in the world of the discarnates. So, of course, I gave her the option to cross. She didn't, but she did leave. And when I was finished, I went to go have a cup of coffee in the farmer's market, and I could see her like outside this big building, and she was banging on the door, trying to get in, and nobody would let her in. And I thought I got rid of her. I thought she was gone. So when I was finished with my coffee, I went out to try to find her where I saw this door was, and she wasn't there. And I was really confused. I thought, what was I seeing? So I went to a quiet place, and I tapped in, and what I saw was she had somehow transported herself. Instead of leaving, she transported herself to a parallel reality where there was no one. There were no people, right? The buildings were there, everything else was there, but no people. So she'll be banging on this door for a long time until she figures out that, maybe she should be a little lighter, a little happier, and she will ascend. So she won't be there forever. And I should mention that the discarnate spirits, they don't really have a sense of time there. Time is very different. Linear time is really just an illusion of our density, and in the lower fourth, they don't really have this sensation that they've been there for a long time, so they don't really have a sense of time. But anyway, that's what happened at that farmer's market. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and join me next time for Stories from the Other Side.